Senator Welch.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. You know, one of the reasons I so appreciate this committee, led by you and Senator Klobuchar, is the kind of witnesses we get. I mean, you guys are doing good work. Really appreciate it. You know, I'm thinking about you, and you found a way that suited your schedule, and then you turned it into this incredible career that has been so beneficial, not just for your kids, but for kids all over the country. That's pretty impressive. And each of you has been so committed to doing practical things in the local level, community level, where there's so much pressure in our communities that pull families apart, that make it tough for parents managing with their kids going to school, that they worry about how they're doing there, and food is so essential. So I just want to express to each of you my gratitude for the work that you're doing. And Mr. Chairman, as you know, our job is to make their job easier, not harder. We fail in that a lot of times, but this committee is really committed to trying to do everything you can. I'll start by just asking Ms. Dotson, put it in the context of broader issues than just milk, but the nutrition programs. We have debates here about funding any kind of program, and that's fair and square. But I literally have not heard a witness, including the most fiscally conservative folks here, who have anything that they object to with respect to school nutrition. You know, we have a debate about whether it should be needs-based or whatever, but, you know, in addition to the fundamentally beneficial effect of having kids get good nutrition in school, I've always felt there's a socialization element to that. You know, kids having a meal together, sharing milk together, which is so much part of not only building a good body, but good character. So maybe you could just comment a little bit about the benefits you see.
Yes, sir. I think school meals have a unique opportunity, as I mentioned. I honestly believe it could be a tremendous solution for our nation's health. You have the opportunity to model healthy eating, expose children to a wide variety of locally grown foods, especially, that are healthy and nutritious. And we've seen the combination of that with nutrition education, or what we call food-based learning, is a way to bring education lessons alive, but also get students more comfortable with the food choices that they're being served as part of school meals, because they're not always seeing those at home in their regular diet. So they're not always exposed to fresh fruits and vegetables like we have the opportunity to provide them with at school. So I think education has that opportunity, and school nutrition can kind of be that educational hub, if you will, and a foundation for children within their school day.
Thank you. Mr. Gorman, my predecessor in the United States Senate from Vermont is that man who's staring at us right from his picture up there, former chairman of the Agriculture Committee, Patrick Leahy, and we in Vermont are very proud of all he did. One of his many accomplishments was the Patrick Leahy Farm to School and Local Food for Schools cooperative program. That was terminated for the rest of this fiscal year, and my understanding is it'll be reinstated next year. But can you just comment on the benefit of Senator Leahy's legacy program that was supported with a strong bipartisan majority in the United States Senate?
Yeah, thank you for that question. It really is. You know, we were a recipient of the grant probably 5 or 6 years ago, and we had applied again this coming year and got that notice that it was canceled. So it was really crushing to us. And, you know, it is a jump start to local food movements. And I think about over our past 10, 15 years, you know, it started us building towards figuring out the local infrastructure and getting more local food and starting school gardens. And over the past 5 years, we've gotten private and public grants in our county over $2 million
Wow.
to move on this issue, to get kids so they understand what local food is, to make those connections. We're starting a food processing plant in Muskegon County with the goal of getting local Michigan potatoes diced and frozen so we can get them on every plate in Muskegon County and beyond. All of that started with that farm-to-school grant that we got 10 years ago as a cooperative to start putting those pieces together.
Thank you very much. Before I yield back, I just want to say, this committee has an opportunity to help the Senate be a better Senate. And I think one of the things we can do is take some of these specific bills that we agree on and move them, like this whole milk, Senator Marshall's whole milk bill. So I'm just going to suggest to the chairman to give that some thought. We could move this before we get a full farm bill. Let's get some things done that we think make sense to get done and help our farmers and help our kids. I yield back.